Hi, I'm Kevin with the Pelican Players. Tonight's old-time radio show is from My Favorite Husband. It's entitled Vacation Time. It was originally broadcast April 29th, 1949. At that time, it starred Lucille Ball and George Cooper. Enjoy!
Welcome. Tonight, Pelican Players, your local community theater for the Sun City Center, Ruskin, Waimama, Riverview, Apollo Beach, and surrounding area, has the pleasure of entertaining you with another show by the Pelican Players Radio Theater. The cast is made up of all volunteer local residents. We will introduce the cast following tonight's show. And now, tonight's performance.
It's Lucille Ball with Richard Denning as Liz and George Cooper. Two people who live together and like it. As we look in on the Coopers today, it is a cold, rainy afternoon, and Liz is in her bedroom. But wait a minute, that's funny. It's raining outside, but Liz is standing in front of the mirror wearing a backless, strapless sundress.
Katie, come here a minute, will you?
Yes, Mrs. Cooper, what is it?
How do you like my new sundress?
Oh, where is it?
I'm wearing it.
Is that all there is to it? Doesn't something go over that?
No, this is the latest style. Does it look like I've been poured into it?
It certainly does. I hope you don't spill over.
Do you like it, Katie? I mean, do you think I'll make an impression in this?
Impression? You'll make a dent. How does it stay up without any straps?
It's held up by faith, hope, and don't exhale any more than you have to.
My goodness, look at all these play clothes on the bed. Did you buy all these this morning?
Yes, I just couldn't resist them, Katie. Isn't it awful? But I want to look good for George. After all, he's got to see a lot of me this summer.
So is everybody else.
Oh, you're just old-fashioned, Katie. If you think that sundress is daring, look at my new French bathing suit. It's there on the bed.
Oh, I don't see it. Here's your slacks, pedal pushers, your beach robe, and this little blue handkerchief.
That's funny. Oh, here it is. No wonder you couldn't see the bathing suit. It was under the handkerchief.
Oh no, is that a bathing suit?
It cost $40.
That's a lot of money for two doilies and a diaper.
Well, it's the design that counts, Katie. Just think of the wonderful tan I'll get. That is, if George lets me wear it.
Why won't he? I thought men liked women in scanty bathing suits.
Women, yes, but not wives. A scanty suit on a blonde at the beach is wow. But the same suit on the wife is, why don't you put some clothes on?
Ain't it the truth?
Oh, we're going to have a wonderful vacation this year, Katie.
Where are you going?
The Moosehead Lodge on Lake Okeechobee.
Well, when did you decide that?
Tonight after dinner when I tell George. It's a real swanky place.
But I thought Mr. Cooper always liked rugged outdoor vacations, camping and stuff.
He does. Oh, will I ever forget last year? A horrible 2-week pack trip with a couple of burros. I wore out 4 pairs of shoes.
I thought you rode the burros. How could you wear out so many shoes?
Well, they didn't have one my size and my feet were dragging.
I don't blame you for wanting to go to a resort where you can dress, but how are you going to talk Mr. Cooper into it?
Don't worry. I'm going to bring the subject up of vacations into the conversation so subtly, he'll think he thought of it. We'll have our reservations at Moosehead Lodge quicker than you can say Lake Okeechobee.
Hi, Joe.
Hi. Hey, I'm taking this vacation list around the office. Mark down when you want to take your vacation.
Yeah, a lot of good it'll do. By the time the president, the first 3 vice presidents get through choosing their times, My vacation falls on the first 2 weeks of January.
Oh, well, someday you'll be president, and then they'll...
Hey, look, just what I wanted.
Well, lucky you. Say, where are you gonna go?
Oh, I don't know. I was just trying to make up my mind between a fishing trip in the high Sierras or a hunting trip way up in the Rockies.
Ah, there's only one vacation for me and the missus. A trailer.
A trailer?
Yes, sir, that's living, son. You take your home with you wherever you go. You go up to the mountains. You go down to the beach. You got your house on your back. You ought to try it.
Well, we haven't got a trailer.
Well, I'll lend you mine. We get back a week before you go, and it won't cost you a cent.
Say, would you, Joe?
Why, sure. It's a deal.
Well, I'll let you know tomorrow morning. I have to see how Liz feels about it. But hey, don't worry. I'll make her think that she thought of it herself. That was a wonderful dinner, Liz.
Mm-hmm. Katie can cook.
Liz.
George.
What? Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It wasn't anything important.
Well, neither was mine. But
I was
just
wondering if... Go ahead, George. You're bigger than I am.
Well, come over here and sit on my lap, honey. I want to talk about something.
All right. Oh, George, you have the nicest lap. Where did you ever get it?
Oh, I just sat down one day and, there it was.
Amazing. Well, what's on your beautiful mind?
Well, two things. The first one is, give me a kiss.
All right. There. Now, what was the second thing?
Well, let's just go back to the first one.
Come on, George. What did you want to talk to me about?
Well, they sent the vacation list around the office today.
Oh, vacation. Oh, don't tell me it's almost vacation time again.
That's right. Where would you like to go this year?
Oh, anything you decide is all right with me, dear. I haven't thought a thing about it.
Well, I thought we could...
It seems to me I did hear of some place, a Deerfoot, Moose, that's it, Moosehead Lodge.
Sounds awful. What's it like?
I haven't the slightest idea. It's probably situated in groves of stately pines on the shores of an emerald green lake, its rustic beauty enhanced by long flower beds.
Huh?
Each luxurious room is furnished with clean, comfortable box spring beds, modern bathroom and shower, $10 a day American plan.
And you just happened to hear this someplace?
Yes. Oh, George, let's go there. We can relax and enjoy a continual round of glorious entertainment, sports, good food, and true fellowship. See your travel agent for details.
Liz, you've been plotting. You got that off a travel folder.
I did not. I always talk like that.
So you do. Did you enjoy a glorious round of housekeeping today?
Oh, now, George.
Cleaning each luxurious room and making each comfortable box spring bed?
Oh, now stop it.
And what did you do for entertainment? Sports, good food, and true fellowship last night when I was working.
See your travel agent for details. All right, George, I'll admit I've been plotting a vacation.
Well, you can forget it. I've got a really good idea. I was talking to Joe recently at the bank, and he and his wife had a swell time last summer.
What did they do?
Well, they spent 2 weeks traveling in a trailer.
Oh, keen.
Well, the best part is what Joe said. We can borrow their trailer this summer.
Keen with mud on it.
Now, Liz, think about it. There I am at the wheel, driving along the open road. Back in the trailer, there's the smell of bacon frying. I stop at the car, go back, open the door of the trailer, and who throws their arms around me and kisses me?
It ain't me, brother. I'm at Moosehead Lodge.
Well, what's Moosehead Lodge got that...
Moosehead.
All right, what's Moosehead Lodge got that a trailer hasn't?
Well, just for argument's sake, suppose I had a lot of beautiful new play clothes. Now, who would see me in a trailer?
Liz, you're not going to tell me you bought a bunch of expensive new clothes, are you?
No, George.
Oh, then you didn't buy them.
No. I mean, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, what's the reason for this campaign?
Well, I'm not going to spend the summer in a broken-down old trailer. I've made up my mind, George. I want to go to Moosehead Lodge.
Well, I want to go in a trailer.
Moosehead Lodge.
Trailer.
Moosehead Lodge.
Trailer.
Trailer.
Moosehead Lodge.
All right, George, we're going to Moosehead Lodge.
Now, wait a minute.
You said it.
Well, you tricked me.
George, there's only one way to settle this thing. You take your vacation in the trailer, and I'll go to Moosehead Lodge.
Now, wait a minute, Liz.
2 weeks away from each other may do us a lot of good.
Wait a sec. Are you saying that we should have...
Yes. If you can't see things my way, we'll just have separate vacations.
All right. Well, what's the matter now?
You're trying to get rid of me.
I am not.
You are too. You want separate vacations.
I do not, Liz. You suggested it.
Well, you didn't have to take me up on it.
Oh, now, honey, stop crying. I can't stand to see you cry. I'll do anything if you just stop.
Will you go to Moosehead Lodge?
No.
All right, then it's separate vacations.
Okay.
And I hope you have a good time.
Same to you.
Good night, Daniel Boone.
Good night, Miss Moosehead.
Oh. Hello, Katie.
Come on, Mrs. Cooper. What's the matter? You look so sad.
I am, Katie. I feel awful. George and I decided to take separate vacations. I miss him.
Oh, but that doesn't happen for 2 months yet.
I know, but I miss him just thinking it.
Why, Mrs. Cooper.
He can't do that to me, Katie. He'll be dashing around having fun, and I'll be stuck at that dull old Moosehead Lodge.
But I thought you wanted to go there.
I do, but not without George.
I'll get it. Hello?
Hello, Katie. Let me speak to Liz.
It's Mr. Cooper.
I don't want to talk to him.
Oh, why don't you tell him how you really feel?
Oh, Katie, do you think I'd swallow my pride and tell him after all the things I said? You think I'd crawl before him and let him know how I really feel? Well, you don't know me very well.
I just thought...
Give me the phone. Let me talk to that brute. Hello?
Hello, Liz.
Oh, George, I miss you.
It's amazing how you hide your feelings.
Liz, is something wrong?
George, I don't want to take separate vacations.
Well, I'm not going to Moosehead Lodge on beautiful Lake Okie Dokie.
Oh, how did you know where it was?
Well, I've been reading that travel folder someone sent me anonymously through the mail.
I wonder who could have sent it to you.
I can't imagine. Came in a plain white envelope with Mrs. George Cooper crossed out on the back.
What else is new, George?
Liz, hey, look, I've got this wonderful idea. Joe's going to lend me the trailer, and we're going to take a trip over the weekend. Now, if you're not sold on it, by the time we get back, we'll go to Moosehead Lodge.
Oh, George, that's wonderful.
Yeah, well, I only ask one thing, that you keep an open mind.
Oh, I swear it, George. I swear it. If my mind was any more open, my brain would fall out.
Well, goodbye.
Oh, Katie, isn't that wonderful?
What?
It's all settled. We're going to Moosehead Lodge.
Liz has agreed to spend the weekend on a trailer trip with George just to see how she likes it. If she doesn't go for it, George will take her to Moosehead Lodge, a swanky resort on Lake Okeechobee. But George is just driving up now with a trailer hitched to the back of the car. He pulls up in front of the house and confidently backs into a parking space.
George, what's the matter? Did the car sneak up and hit you from the back?
That's not a car, it's a trailer.
Well, what's it doing up on our car?
It's trying to climb in the rumble seat.
Well, it looks like it would fit.
It happens to sleep 4.
For what?
Well, look, before you start the wisecracks, help me get it parked, will you?
Sure. What do you want me to do? Lift it up and carry it to the curb?
Oh, what am I doing? Joe told me you can't back up a trailer.
Oh, great. What do we have to do? Drive around the world to get back home?
No, just around the block. I'll do it later. Now, I want to show you the inside. Now, go on in. And remember, you promised to keep your mind open.
I'm afraid I'll have to close it. If it's open, it won't fit in that trailer.
Come on, now look inside. It's really swell. Now, you see? Isn't this fine? You have 3 little rooms. Here's the living room, here's the kitchen, and here's the bedroom.
Well, it's very nice, but where is the room you straighten up in?
Liz?
Open mind, George. Open mind, open mind.
Okay. It's even got a big, roomy closet. It's right in back of you.
My, this is tremendous. How did they get a closet this big in a trailer? Why, there's worlds of room.
That is the world. You're looking out the front door.
No.
Oh, you're so smug.
I am not. I like the trailer, honest.
Well, it might not be the most luxurious home in the world, but when you think of the money we'll save.
Oh, George, we have company. Our first company in the trailer.
Anybody home?
Oh, hello, officer.
Oh, hello, officer. What can we do for you?
Well, I was just passing by your trailer parked here, and I couldn't resist stopping.
Oh, you want to see what a trailer looks like inside?
No, I want to give you a ticket for parking it here.
Now, wait a minute. We're in front of our house. You can't give me a ticket.
Oh, can't I?
George, you're handling this all wrong. Officer,
Yes?
you wouldn't really give poor little us a ticket, now would you?
Oh, this is an invitation to the tea at the police station at 3 o'clock Monday. Informal, top hat, and handcuffs.
I think this is an outrage. I happen to be a taxpayer. I pay your salary.
Oh, so you're the one. I've been looking for you. I want a raise.
Well, tear up the ticket and we'll consider it.
Trying to bribe an officer, eh? I'll just add that to the ticket.
Just for that, you're fired.
Never mind, Liz. Don't make things worse.
Well, this will cost you $25. Good night, boss.
So long, Flatfoot.
Liz?
Oh, that doesn't bother me. Save those foot remarks for the boys that pound the beat. It's all that walking that makes their feet so big.
What do you do all day? Ride a horse?
Touché. Well, that ought to bring it up to about $40. Good night, taxpayers.
How do you like that? We no sooner parked the thing and it cost us $40.
It's like I always say, George, a trailer might not be the most luxurious home in the world, but look at the money you save.
Oh, shut up.
The Pelican Players Radio Theater will conclude tonight's show in a moment. But first, Pelican Players is your community theater celebrating over 40 years of providing live entertainment. In 2020, we arranged with WSCQ Sun Radio to provide recordings of our Readers Theater performances to be broadcast and streamed from their station and website on the last Friday each month. Pelican Players consists of all volunteer local talent on stage and behind the scenes. Our members perform in our main stage, Murder Mystery Theater, Cabaret Singers, Readers Theater, Comedy Club, Twig Theater, and Radio Theater Productions. Pelican Players is a 501c3 nonprofit with proceeds from our performances going to scholarships for Hillsborough County students in the arts. To date, we have donated over $600,000 to this endeavor. We always welcome new members who have an interest in performing or helping behind the scenes. Even though headquartered in Kings Point, you do not have to live in Kings Point to become a member or attend performances. For more information, please visit our website, www.pelicanplayersscc.org. And now, Pelican Players Radio Theater continues with tonight's performance.
Come on, Liz. Hurry up. I want to get an early start.
I'm coming, George. I'm coming. Don't be so impatient.
What have you been doing?
I was just getting something for us to read. After we're tired out from driving all day, we'll want to sit in our stuffy little trailer living room and read.
What did you bring?
Inside Moosehead Lodge by Liz Gunther.
Always boring from within. Well, here we go.
Goodbye, Katie.
Goodbye, Mrs. Cooper. Goodbye, Mr. Cooper. Have a nice time.
See you in a couple of days, Katie. This is great, isn't it? Nothing like getting up and traveling in the early morning.
Yes, travel is great. I wouldn't go anywhere without it.
You see, Liz, how easy the car rides? You'd never know the trailer was back there.
You really wouldn't at that.
That's the way they engineer things these days. It's amazing.
Well, they certainly make... Uh-oh, George. I have news for you.
What?
The trailer isn't back there. You forgot to hook it on.
Oh, great.
Well, we're really on our way, trailer and all. This is fun, George. How far is it to Goose Grease Lake?
Oh, just a couple of hours. I know a shortcut.
Good. Oh, look, I haven't seen one of those in ages. If your whiskers won't behave, take a tip, use...
Well?
Well, the last sign's torn down. Now we'll never know. George, are you sure this is the road to Goose Grease Lake?
Positive?
You said we'd be there in a couple hours, and it's been much longer than that.
Liz, I've made this trip 100 times.
Well, not since you were a Boy Scout, George. Let's stop and ask somebody, huh?
I know the way.
Well, when you knew the road to Yosemite last year, we ended up in Rhode Island.
Never mind.
And the year before that, you knew the road to New Orleans.
Stop it now.
I didn't mind, George. I always wanted to see Quebec anyway.
Okay, I see I'll get no rest until I stop and ask somebody. I'll try that filling station over there.
Bully for you. Pardon me, mister.
Eh?
I said,
Well,
pardon me.
Well, what did you do?
Is this the road to Goose Grease Lake?
Oh, no, you don't want to go to Goose Grease Lake.
Why do I run into people like this? Look, we do want to go to Goose Grease Lake.
Well, there's nothing there. Look, when you go to the hot springs, now there's a place for you.
If you don't mind, we'd like to know the way to Goose Grease Lake.
Well, what are you gonna do there?
We're gonna goose a grease.
No geese up there. And, yeah, I don't know how it got that name. You don't say. You'd be better off at Anderson's Lodge. Lots of nice fellas there, you know.
Is this the road to Goose Grease Lake, or is it not?
Well, no, not exactly. It's a pretty fair pace from here.
See, I told you, George, we're on the wrong road. How do we get to Goose Grease?
Well, let's see. You go down here about 10 miles. No. You'd better go the other way till you get to... No. Listen, you have to take the... I'm sorry, lady. I don't think you can get there from here.
Oh, never mind.
I don't know why you want to go there anyway. You'll have a better time at Anderson.
Come on, George. Let's get out of here.
All right, bye now.
Oh, are you awake, George?
Yeah. I was just lying here, breathing in some of that good mountain air. Hey, let's get up and take a dip in the lake before breakfast.
Okay, I'll see how far away we are from the shore. That's funny.
What?
Where's the lake?
Can't you see it?
No. We're parked in the little green clearing, and it's got a hole in the middle of it.
Hole?
Yeah, and the little hole has a pole sticking out of it with a flag on top.
What does the little flag say?
It has a number on it. 18.
Liz, you don't think we've camped on a 4?
I wouldn't be surprised, George. Why else would I have a golf ball in bed with me? Oh, that must be the golfer. I'll give him his ball back.
Oh, what's the big idea? Oh, no. You again.
Oh, hello, officer.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but this isn't a trailer camp. It's the 18th green of the municipal golf course.
Municipal golf? Oh, George, we're only 2 miles from home.
Yes, and do you know where you're going now?
Yes, to Moosehead Lodge.
No. To the city jail. Come on.
My Favorite Husband has been presented through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service. Thank you for listening to the Pelican Players production of My Favorite Husband, The Vacation. The cast featured Janine Reeves as Liz Cooper, Mary Lane Donnell as Katie, Jack Stevens as George Cooper, Paul Ansell as the gas station attendant and the announcer, Ken Rodman as Joe and the police officer. This production has been directed by Ron Benazek, sound effects by Bob Delameda, and sound technicians Guy Bailey and Paul Fales. Post-production was provided by Bob Delameda.
We hope you can join us the last Friday night of each month for another Pelican Players Radio Theater show. Please be safe, stay well, and thanks for listening. Good night.